Hello. Hi. Thank you for joining me today in my studio. Just had a big long session with Quinn, and we were mixing one of her songs, and I was explaining to her some production techniques, and it was fun. And I'm ready to continue along the production path of the Friday for me. But I think in order for me to effectively do that, I'm gonna have to just smell a little something. Oh, that was surprisingly subtle. Like, too subtle. I mean, it still hit me, but here, we're gonna... Whoa. Okay. I think this is out of date or something, because it's strong, but it's not like punching me in the brain. Anyway, I'm awake and I'm ready to listen to audio. And yes, Cheese, I saw your message, but unfortunately, there's already 21 songs, and my brain is kind of mush. So maybe it's a next week sort of thing. Okay, let me grab these songs. I guess I should have done that. Here we go. Let's hop over to FL Studio. With the stuff. There we go. Cool. Here we are. We are in FL Studio. We're gonna check out what I read as diapers, but that is probably just my brain not working properly. HHS Disperser. That's a much better title than diapers. Also, I hope you like my new camera. My other one broke. This one cost me $1,000 and looks exactly the same as my other one. So whatever. I hate money spending it. Here we go. Let's normalize it. Let's have a listen. Okay, so right off the bat, I like the sound of that synth, but like the panning is really messing with my brain. I feel like I'm like doing this. I don't know. There's some weird panning choices. Like, I feel like the synth is over yonder, you know? Like it's over in a field somewhere. So, like, this is really cool. I love the wee wow woo thing. That's super sick. But the panning is just weird. Oh my god. It's so weird because it's so cool, but the panning is just fucking it up. Okay, if you'll also direct your attention to right down here, and if you could see this gigantic lump, right here, and then you see it come down here, and then kind of even off over here, this is a good indication that your sub bass is too loud. Let me just go back over here now. That was a fun trip. So yeah, the panning's weird, the bass is loud. I really like the track though. Like I want the track to sound better than it does. You know what I mean? I think you got to sort out the this panning business. Like don't be so creative with the panning, you know? Swiss cheese. Now, this is like the best sounding, bad sounding track. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking, this is a really cool song, but it just needs some love in the mix. It needs to sound better sonically, but everything about this track is like, I feel like I'm fighting an epic battle and winning. It's so good. This track is so good, yet so bad. Like, so many cool things. Okay, so let's boil it down to some real actionable advice here instead of me just going on about how good and bad it is. The weird panning of the synth is just unnecessary and strange. The kick and the sub are too loud compared to the rest of the track, and that's really covering up all the epic stuff that's happening in the track. It's just like all kick and sub and strangely panned synth. So let's I'm trying to understand exactly what you've done to this synth. Yeah, it's just like this weird like phase and then also over to the left, although I might have my speakers plugged in backwards because everybody else is saying right. So I don't know. Turn down the bass, the sub, the kick, turn that stuff down, bring that the cool synths, bring that up in the mix and make it like the center of attention. Don't make it over to the left or right side, whichever side it's panned to. Besides that, super cool track. I really, binaural audio plus ER reverbs. Like I said, don't be as creative with the panning, you know? Bring that beat back. Yeah. I would be less creative about the panning, but overall this track is fucking dope and very heavy and aggressive and epic, and I love it. And thank you. Okay, moving on. We got If Rayhem Calls This Ancient Sounding, I'm Going to Shit My Pants number 2. I would have loved to have heard number 1. I don't know who this was, who submitted this, but let's go. This is really like beautiful. I love the chords. I love all the dingly danglies. It's really nice. And I really like this moment. And that snare sounds like just like I'm getting spanked in outer space or something. It's really, I like it. The one thing I would say moving forward on this is that the sub range seems to like go away in the drop. Like if you listen specifically to the first note of each bar here, it's almost like it doesn't sound high pass, but it also sounds like there's no sub, like there's no fundamental sub range. And then it kind of comes in here momentarily. You can almost see it right here. I don't know if it's maybe like in the wrong octave, like too low to the point where I can't hear it or something, but the sub, it just is not, it's not present enough, especially for like how hard this section is supposed to be going. Also, I would say that maybe this section feels like a B section to a drop because it's kind of got a lot of flourishes and stuff. It doesn't necessarily like, I don't know, what the fuck was I saying? Sorry, I saw something pop up on my new fancy camera and it distracted me. Oh yeah, it doesn't establish kind of just the heaviness of the drop. It just kind of jumps into like all these flourishes. I feel like we kind of skipped a section, you know? But I think the biggest problem that I'm having with this so far is that the sub bass is just not solid. It's just not quite there enough, if you know what I mean. Besides that, it's beautiful. All the musical stuff, all the dingly dangles. I feel like I'm finding my way through a intergalactic jungle, you know, getting spanked along the way with that snare. So yeah, a lot of stuff going right for this track, but I think the sub range being non-present during the drop is kind of a problem. But I like it, and I don't think Raham called it ancient, so I don't think you have to shit your pants. Cool, let's move on. Thank you for sending. We got Ice Kayab. Also, yes, we have 21 songs, so although I will try to give each song my full and complete attention and give as much value as possible, I am going to kind of move a little bit quick. All right, we got Ice Kayab, some shit I made in like 2017. It's totally awesome. It deserves some Alan Walker music video and isn't some shitty. I'm sure it kept going.
Not now.
I like this part. I liked this part. I don't know. This is obviously, especially considering the title, I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of time giving you feedback on this because I think you already know that it's kind of a mess. Listen, I know that Ice Kayab is capable of doing better stuff than this. I think this is a shit post. It's just kind of a mess. So I don't know if I really need to go into detail. I mean, there's no snare. The snare is buried. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for sending. Moving on. We got Grim. says, I don't know how to say it, Kill Bill remix. Here we go.
Still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other, but know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. It got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I don't want that, not just one show. If I can't have you, no one should. I might kill my ex, not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next, how I get here. I might kill my ex, I still love him though. Rather be in jail than alone. I might kill my ex, not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next, how I get here. I might kill my ex, I still love him though. Rather be in jail than alone. I get the sense that it's a lost cause. I get the sense that you might really love her. This text gon' be evidence. This text is evidence. I try to ration that you know more is a crime of passion, but damn, you was out of reach. You was at the farmer's market with your perfect peach. Now I'm in the basement, down on my basement. Now you lay your face down, got me thinking over. I'm so sure, I'm so sure. I did it all with no drugs. I did it all with sober. I did it all with love. I did it all with love. I did it all with so no drugs. I did it all with sober. Don't you know I did it all for us? What?
What the fuck? I don't know what happened, but it didn't like it. Okay, so this track is good. Except that the bitrate is really limiting the amount that I can enjoy it because it's really limiting the frequencies that are existing.
Don't you know I did it? What?
So, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, Grim, this is definitely, it's up there with all of the other top 40s remix bangers that I've heard. This is great for, like, you know, the bars where they want to hear, like, techno versions of top 40 songs. Production-wise, it sounds good. I don't really have any, I don't have any real issues, like, production-wise that I can hear beyond the, 128 kilobit per second issue. Yeah, it sounds good. I wish, this is what I wish. I wish that you would apply these skills to original tracks. I know that making remixes is honestly a great way of learning. It's great for playing DJ sets for people that don't give a fuck about your music. They just want to hear the latest and greatest top 40 stuff, you know, and your remixes are good. But I just want to hear what you can do with these skills if you made your own music that was just 100% original. That's my main feedback.
Just one show.
It's great for getting traction. I don't know, is it? I feel like people say that. And maybe it is. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe. But okay. let's think about this for a sec. Okay, so getting traction because people already know the song, they like the song. So maybe that's that there's some truth to that. But unless you have an absolute fucking insane remix that blows the original out of the water, nobody is probably going to become a fan of you because of a remix. In my opinion, it's they might really like that remix, but they might not necessarily go look you up or follow you or invest their interests in you as an artist. They might like the remix, they might like the original song. So for sure, there may be some strategic reasons behind doing the remix thing. But I still think that if you want to build a fan base and get some real traction besides just like plays, like play numbers, streams, numbers like that, they don't really mean a whole lot, honestly. Besides, it's always nice to see big numbers, put out a song, see big numbers for sure. But the real value is, how do you interact with your fans? How much do they engage with you as a person, with your posts? That's the real success, is like connecting with an audience. So take that with a grain of salt. My opinion, sure, for sure. Keep making remixes and have fun and learn and play around with stems and stuff. But at the same time, you should also try to spend a certain amount of your time creating original tracks, because that's what's going to actually develop your brand and you as an artist. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. Production-wise, this sounds great. Mix-wise, sounds great, besides the fact that we don't go above like 15 kilohertz and she sounds a little muddy in the top end because of the MP3 thing. That's it. That's all I have to say. That was a lot. Okay, thanks. All right, we got Fowler Girthquake multi-remix. Okay, are we actually going to get... This was the one that was in the wrong key, right? Maybe we got her in the right key. Here we go. Nice. Top drum. Top drum gang, am I right? So far, things are in the right key. So good job. Yes, this is 500,000 times better. Yes, it's in the right key. That makes me happy. This might get the most improved award, I think. If you listen to the remix that was sent in last week and that Multifox sent in last week and compare it to this one, it's like unmeasurable amounts better. Now, I will say that these are kind of a little crash a little loud. A little bit of like maybe like a white noise, like downshifter thing might be cool here. Yeah, this is a very, very big improvement over the last version you sent. So great job. I would say the crash is a little loud, you know, it's encroaching on war crime territory for sure. You know, I think that a white noise kind of on this drop would be cool. Subtle, but it's there. And yeah, besides that, I wish I was wearing my assless leather chaps because I feel like that's what this song requires. Thank you for sending. Good job. Big improvements. All right, we got Foyson. Haven't seen a Cody submission in a while. Let's have a listen. Nocturnal VIP. Let's have a listen to this. Okay, so far this is cool. I think that this section is maybe twice as long as it should be because I feel like we didn't really get anything new when we got to this like 21 bar mark. I do agree with Ram that the kick is maybe a little too like hip hop, like early 2000. Is it my kick? That's funny. It sounds like a early 2000s hip hop kick, like that, like dust your shoulder off, whatever that song is. It's all about context, okay? That kick will probably be fucking banger in a hip-hop song from the early 2000s. All right, just keep going. See, like this part is so close to absolute fucking banging territory, but it's just a little too empty in the bottom end, I think. I almost feel like the kick drum. And did you high pass the kick drum? I feel like I know which kick drum this is. Hold on, let me go find it. Kicks. F. Owler kicks. Is it that one? Is it? It's gotta be that one. Like if this part had more of like a techno sub bass rumble, it would be fucking banging very hard. But you can kind of see like the kick just is, it happens and it fades away too quick. Like there's not enough bottom end action because it sounds like it's like kind of like a dirty, yeah, like a rolling bass. It's kind of like a dirty techno drop, but it just doesn't have the sub rumbles to back it up. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think that the coolest part in this track is this section, but it needs to have like that fucking techno rumble rolling bass line thing happening. That's my biggest thing. Besides that, it's very cool. It reminds me of actually an old Architect song called Resistance. It's very close to being a cool techno section, this, but it just needs that little bit more. Anyway, very cool. Thank you, Cody, for sending it in, and please send more in the future. Okay, Shock Fox, I think yours was this Spartan one, right? Am I deleting this and replacing with the other one? Let's do that right now. Let's, okay, and then I do okay. And this one's called Fusion. Okay. All right. So when that's finished downloading, I will drop it in. All right, let's do this one next. We're going to do Fusion next. Why not? Here's Fusion. Okay, right off the bat, these drums sound like they were constructed out of a cardboard box, and I don't mean that in a good way. The, like, I get the high pass, like, intro thing, but I think, I think it's mostly the reverb. Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying, like, the reverb specifically, I think, is killing the drums. So what is sound trap? I don't know what sound trap is. But I will tell you this, there's two wrong notes happening at the same time here. We can actually very clearly see this is called a beat frequency, and is what happens mostly when you have two notes that are one semitone apart. You're going to get this sort of effect. Like there's like one note and then there's another note being played one semitone below it. Okay, let me... I would definitely work your way towards using FL Studio, as opposed to like, any sort of browser-based, you know, DAW. That's cool for fucking around and playing around, but like, you really got to work your way towards an actual DAW. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to figure out the notes. There's some issues going on in just the notes that you're playing. I feel like there are numerous notes close to each other that aren't the same. So, oh shit, I gotta plug my MIDI keyboard in. Okay. So, we're doing this one part sounds like it's doing a D sharp. Right? That sounds like what you're doing in this section. And then I think you're playing a D with it. And we're getting that effect. Kind of sounds cool on its own, but That's sick. My suggestion to you would be to focus on learning FL Studio if that's the route you want to take. And obviously that's going to be the route that I suggest, because I think FL Studio is the best for this, electronic music, but that's just me. This has some like charm to it. It's almost like no, I skipped. Sorry. Okay, I'll back it up. Which build are you talking about? This part. I don't know which part you're talking about, but my suggestion is to focus on getting off of this DAW and onto something new. I think that's my biggest piece of advice that I would have. Yeah, so, you say that takes forever. It's very possibly taking you forever because of the program you're using. I don't know what part you want me to listen to. Like, I'm not sure which part. But anyway, that is my advice, is to get off of web-based DAWs and onto something a little bit more mainstream so that there's more support on there. Okay, I'll keep listening from here. Now I understand what you're trying to get me to listen to. So it sounds like you have a grasp on how to build things up, and you have some good ideas, but you just don't have the sounds to back it up. So again, move to a recognized DAW and profit. Okay, thank you. Let's move forward. We got Evoker, Follow Me, Whip. So I really like this. That was really cool. The snare or clap. There's also some like really low frequency thing here. Yeah, I think like the combination of the transient of the kick, the clap, and the ride all hammering on the it's a bit harsh. Like the transients are a bit harsh. I would try to find mostly a better snare or clap. I don't really think that clap fits very well. honestly, I feel like when it came in with the guitar, that was like the best part of the track. Like maybe, let me go back here. Maybe the move is something along the lines of this. I don't really know where to you know, start doing this, but like to me, this is the best part of the track. From here, the guitar part. Yeah, the whole first section of the track isn't really doing a whole lot for me. But when that guitar came in, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then this drop is better than the first drop. So maybe this is more along the lines of what the song should be. Now, with that being said, during this drop, I agree with Raham, the sidechain is quite long and deep. The ride cymbal, the ding 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 ding, that like dubstep ding 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 thing, it's a bit harsh on the ears. Like it's louder than it needs to be, you know. So I think my suggestion would be to maybe use this, you know, use this as the start of the track. And incorporate some of the cool stuff that you had in before, like the way it, like, right before the drop started, the first drop, it did the, like, the cool glitchy vocal thing. Put that in and put the good stuff in, but boil the track down to the best parts and go from there. And to me, this is the best part. Yeah. And then be mindful of being aggressive without being harsh, because I find like the ding, 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 ding thing is just a bit hard on the ears. But those are my thoughts. Thank you for sending. All right. We got Adexi Overture Extended Hybrid Cinematic. Wow. Very descriptive title. Thank you. Wait, what did I miss? Okay, there's definitely some cool stuff there. Yeah, so my advice is the same though. This part is much cooler than the first part. Okay. But thank you for pointing out that I skipped it. Sorry, I'm trying to move along somewhat quickly because I have a lot of tracks. All right, let's get back to the hybrid one here. Okay. I have to do the voice. I was gonna do it with GIMP, but I have to do the voiceover. So one sec, because this is very dramatic. Check. Cool. Just do this. All right. This is me doing my best voiceover. Okay. This summer, one man. Wait, what were the words? I gotta go back up. Against all odds. What comes after that? Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse. Whatever. This is fine. This is fine. And then I'm just gonna like. Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse. We're just gonna go in here like this.
Just when he thought it
Couldn't get. Sounds really bad. So we're not gonna do that. Just when he thought it. Sec.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse.
And then it's got to go through like 7 OTTs or something, right?
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse.
Okay, there's a bunch of noise on this mic. That's cool. I don't know. I don't know how to make I guess probably like a lot of low end. I don't really know how to make a voiceover voice.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse.
Okay.
Just when he thought it.
Ah, this is terrible. Oh, well, whatever.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse. Just when he thought it couldn't get.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This sounds terrible. Pro R Rich guitar preset. I love how specific that is. Hold on.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse. Just when
like there's a bunch of noise. Is that what I sound like on stream? For some reason, is this preamp just dicked? Anyway, let's like this and this. It got worse.
It got worse.
Okay, right there, right there. Oh yeah, that's the perfect spot. Okay, hold on. The fuck is this? It sounds so bad. I'm gonna turn off OTT. I don't think it's doing me any favors here. Oopsies. And we're just gonna go like this. Do vocal or whatever this thing is. Yes, this is the way. Maybe some saturation. Oh wow, that is. Oh, it's turned off.
It got worse.
That's just like the perfect place for it too.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse. This summer.
Wait, what were the words? Let me go back up.
Against all odds.
I wish I had a better announcer voice. I feel like, but I mean, this is pretty good.
It got worse.
All right, that's very good. All right, back to this actual song. This is fucking dope. This is very dramatic. If anything, and this is very challenging with this type of music, the bottom end, it's always a bit of a balance between nice and big and rumbly, but then kind of out of control because you have all those, you know? I feel like it's quite harsh up here in like the you know, the harsh zone. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit like kind of, I don't want to say muddy because that's such a shitty word to use. It's just kind of like a bit congested, and I don't really necessarily know how to approach that, because this style of music's quite hard to be big and impactful, but not have like that kind of just overarching kind of noise to it. But one thing I will say is that the dun 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 dun, the hook is quite buried. I would push that up quite a bit more. Bum 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 bum, because it's really good and it makes me feel like I'm battling something, you know, but it should be a bit more present in the mix. Okay, this is exactly a movie trailer. The fucking clock ticks. Coming to a theater near you. Very good, though. Very cool. Very fun. All right, thanks for sending. I think overall, I don't know how to approach the controlling the dynamics of something so bombastic, but I definitely think that bringing up that motif, the da-na-na-na-na-na-na thing, will definitely be a good move. Okay, let's move on. We got Duke Ray, Roger, RJ, Real Topeka People, The Light.
Why is every conversation with you what it's like to die and where we going?
Hold on a sec. One moment. Oh, this makes so much sense. Hold on. Oh, because you know, at the end of the trailers, they always have like it's like an old song that they remix into like the newer trailer music. That's what this is.
Why is every conversation with you what it's like to die?
Hold on a sec. I need to see this through. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
Why is every conversation? Why is every conversation with you what it's like to die? It's all over when they cover us in life. You like to turn tiny dark.
I can't figure out the tempos, but whatever. You get the idea. That's like, it's like, why does that fit so well? I don't know. Let's now focus on this song.
With you what it's like to die and where we go, and it's all over when they cover us in light. You like to turn on tiny darko when the day turns into night, and do a seance in the basement while you dance around the fire.
Okay, here are my thoughts. Very cool, dark. I love that vibe. When it got to this section, not that section, that was good. I feel like the drums are buried. Like the snare almost sounds like it has a sweater on top of it or something. It's very damped, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? It's lacking like top end. And I kind of feel that way when it gets here too. Like if you listen to the drums, this is what I would do if I were you. I would line this up against like a Muzzy track or some track that's very similar style-wise and listen to the balance of the drums and the synth and the bass and stuff. I feel like you're very close to something very good here, but the balance of the drums and the rest of the track are just off. Like the drums just feel buried to me. Yes, I know, Muzz. I know. I like this part too. Honestly, I kind of like the halftime better than the drum and bass. And I don't know if maybe that would change if the balance was a bit better with the drums. But I think that part is like, I feel like I want to do this more than, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense to me.
Can I stay here tonight? I've been down on my knees begging you please to show me the light.
Okay, one thing I did notice with the vocals, they seem to be lacking air or something. They almost sound...
Where we going?
They sound time stretched. Are they time stretched? Have they been manipulated in some sort of way?
Where we going? It's all over when they cover us in light.
I mostly notice it on like the S's and stuff. Like it sounds like it's been degraded or something, like the quality's been degraded a little bit.
Me the light. I've been deep in the darkness. Come alive in the night. I will blot out the sun, cut out my tongue if you would be mine. If I drink in the clouds, I've been deep in the darkness. I've been down on my knees.
Yeah, so with the de-esser, and actually me and my intern Atticus were going over this yesterday. If you have a de-esser, you should watch the gain reduction and make sure that it's only reducing the S's and not all the breathy sections, because all that does is like tear the top end off of your vocals. If you have it set too sensitive or you have the frequency range wrong, you only want to see that gain reduction ducking during the S sections, okay? So that, maybe it's that, but...
If I drink from the chalice.
Because, like, right there, that almost sounds like it's been ripped off of YouTube or something.
If I drink from the chalice.
It could be a de-essing thing. Let's see what the bit rate that you sent in was. Do gray. What we got for... Oh, it's 320. I don't know. There's something there where the vocals just kind of sound like they have, like, that MP3 sound or something to them, and maybe it is just the de-esser. Let's keep going. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had some shit on here. Fuck. Okay, let's just do this. Maybe that's the problem.
If I drink from the chalice.
That's much better. 100% my fault.
If I
Let's back it up. Let's back it up.
to turn on tiny darko when the day turns into night and do a seance in the basement while you dance around the fire.
I still feel the same about this section. Okay, like the drums still kind of feel weird, like they're just like dark, they're too dark or something. But I feel like the drum balance is much better now that I'm not ruining the song. So I think the drum balance note might be moot. They sound way better now that that compressor isn't pulling stuff down. I'm sorry, man. That's totally my bad. I do feel like that wow is maybe a bit loud, especially in this first drop. That might fix the balance issue. If you bring that wow sound down a few dB, you'd probably be in a better spot. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure this is what happened. That wow sound is so loud that when I had that multi-band compressor on, it was probably ducking a lot of that frequency way down and was fucking up the mix. So, yeah. I think it's sick. I think the vocals sound better now that I didn't fuck them up. I'm sorry. I'm a little messed up now about what to tell you about this. Let me just listen to it again for another minute and let's see what we think. Okay, so for this section, I would just take out the low ends out of the, it's the lack assaults maybe. I take the low end out of the drums. So like, what happens if I just do this? I do not think the master needs a heavier master. I don't think the drop needs a heavier master, no. I think the is just too loud. I think taking the low end out of this buildup is probably a move, and also turning down that wow sound. And that's it. The rest sounds good. Okay, let me make sure I delete and turn off all the effects before I ruin another song. Okay, cool. All right, thanks for sending. It's very cool. Dovey. Live letter. Here we go.
In the shell of myself is who I am without you. Oh, who am I without you? In the shell of myself is who I am without you. Oh, who am I without you? In the shell of myself is who I am without you.
Okay, I think the vocals, I think the vocals need to be compressed a bit more because I kind of hear the loudness kind of a bit too out of control. And also pull out some of the fundamental frequency. So like the chest part, the bottom note that is in the EQ when you're singing into it, dip that down a little bit. Let's keep going.
Who am I without you? In the shell of myself is who I am without you. Oh, who am I without you?
If this is you singing, I think you should maybe just try to do some more takes. I feel like the vocals could be performed a little bit better. The big thing is the the way they're processed just doesn't, I don't feel like it fits the track. The drop is really good. This part is all sick. It's just the ba-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That just, I don't know that.
Oh, my without you in the shell of myself. You in the shell of
Yeah.
you in the shell of
Yeah, I think okay, so you're singing and it's going into auto-tune, but it's not quite, the pitch isn't quite close enough for auto-tune to do a good job. So it's kind of going between two notes and yeah. I honestly just think you could try a few more times. Like I don't think that the vocals sound bad. I just think that you need to capture a better take and allow auto-tune to do a bit better of a job.
you. Oh,
I'd almost be interested to see what it would sound like if the snare was a bit more like lo-fi, like not so psht. It was more of a psht instead of a psht. But this part's cool. I really like that. And yeah, Ram has a good point. Perhaps tune. Yeah, you could. Maybe you take this take and you just tune it a bit better before it hits auto-tune. Like the way I look at auto-tune is you use it as an effect, not as a pitch correction, if that makes sense. Like you're not really using auto-tune to make yourself sound like a good singer. You're using it to make it sound auto-tuned. So if the pitch is off before it hits auto-tune, fix the pitch, then hit auto-tune. I think that's the way. But the drop's really cool and it sounds very emotional. I would just tweak the main vocals, pull out some of the low end out of them, compress them a bit tighter so that it's not like you know, you don't really want that. You want to have a nice consistent amplitude to work with to make it easier to fit in the mix instead of trying to like, okay, this part's too quiet so I have to turn it up, but now this part's really loud, etc. You got to control the dynamics a little bit more, and maybe just like doing some research, spend a day or two perusing the internet and watching all kinds of tutorials and taking everything with a grain of salt, of course, but try to up your vocal production game. Okay, cool. Thank you for sending, and we're moving on. Moving on. We got Cat Attack Uprise. Did we hear this one before? Let's have a listen.
Hello, Mick. I hope you enjoy.
Ambient track number 727.
Okay, everything up to this point is sick. I really liked this, even though it has kind of nothing to do with this part. But these drums kind of sound high-passed or something. Like they sound like somebody's beating on a drum, but then you've high-passed the low end out of them. So there's a lot of good stuff in here, but that kick drum, it sounds like somebody knocking on my skull or something. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like, it almost sounds like there's no like sub frequency to it. It's just like the knocking frequency, if you know what I mean. Let me see. Let me take a look. Let me go ahead and take a look. You know, it's kind of like that, and not enough like it almost sounds better when I just crank 30 hertz. So I think, yes, kick needs a little bit of love. Let me delete that EQ before I forget. Yeah, I think the biggest thing right here is the kick is just kind of garbage. Yeah, if the kick was better and it was mastered harder, it would just be much, much better. You know, like that. The kick is really killing it. Let's keep going.
Yes, I know the sub is stereo.
That's funny. Yeah, so kick drum, master. Those are the two things. Kick drum better, master louder. Done. All right, let me turn off this master and bullshit and move on. All right, next up we got Bass Freak Off-Brand Smarties Easter Egg. Okay. So my biggest concern right now is that the bass, the grimy bass thing is really like, it's like a constant like abrasion on my eardrums. That Nice, I can steal this kick drum. Let's go. Free kick drum. Yeah, okay, so my biggest thing is figure out how to not have that constant frequency range. The wide bass sound is just, it just gets on my nerves after being played for so long. Man's got the 20 grit sandpaper. What's that, like duct tape that you stick to gravel? I do appreciate like the chiptune vibes, but yeah, that bass is just too abrasive. That's my thoughts. It also kind of has like a Sans Undertale vibe, which is cool. But yes, let's reduce the abrasion by reducing the abrasive. That sounds great, actually. Let's reduce the abrasion by reducing the abrasive. Do I review beats? I tend to do that, yes. Every Friday, right? See this? See, woo. That's how it goes. Okay, let's move on. Very cool. Thank you for sending. Reduce the abrasion. All right, next up we got Ancients Unholy Sam Smith remix. Okay, here we go.
She got married to a boy like you. She'd kick you out if she ever knew about all the tell me that you do. Dirty, dirty boy. You know everyone is talking on the scene. I hear them whispering about the places that you've been and how you don't know how to keep your business clean. Daddy, if you wanna drop the attic, give me love, give me Fendi, my Balenciaga. Daddy, you can make it back it up, 'cause I'm spending on Rodeo. You can wish me back it up, I'll be gone in the AM. He got me Prada, got me Miu Miu like Rihanna. He always call me 'cause I never cause no drama. And when you want it, baby, I know I got you covered. And when you need it, baby, just jump under the cover.
That was very heavy. I have some thoughts. This is very cool. I enjoy the clap. Let's talk about that for a second. you know, at the risk of being crude, it sounds like a certain set of body parts that belong to a certain type of person hitting a certain other body part of a certain other type of person. Yeah. So I would maybe replace that with like a snare or something. I don't know. I feel like I like the almost like the distortion, like aggressive mix, but it's almost just a little bit out of control. Like there's just a little bit too much a little too much dirt maybe. It's like my granny trying to clap at a library. That's definitely what I was referring to for sure. Okay, so yeah, unless you're like going for like a comedic moment. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed when the ball claps happened, but I don't think it really achieved what you're after. But it sounds dope. I really like some of these sounds. Like there's some cool shit happening. I would be interested to see what it sounds like as an original. But also, I like it as a remix. I like how you have the classic 1970s fade out. Tell me that you do. Yeah, overall, fix the claps and maybe try to get the heavy stuff a bit more under control. And I don't know. I don't want to lose the aggressiveness. I don't want to lose like the, you know. But at the same time, it's just maybe pushed a little bit too hard. Besides that, very cool. Thank you. I like it. Moving on, we got Vamori on Apex.
champions. Mozambique.
All right, this is sick. I think, you know, I was watching the chat. Rayham's onto something. I think the mastering, although I get like that super crispy, like absolute balls to the wall mastering during the drops didn't have as much impact because the sections that weren't the drops were almost as loud. So I would dial back the intensity and you know, give us a break from the intensity and then fucking slap us in the face with it again when you get to the drops. That would give the drops more impact. Because if the breakdowns, they're almost like not breakdowns anymore. They're just like a slightly different drop, you know? That would be my suggestion. Pull back, you know, show some restraint when it comes to the loudness and the intensity of the non-drop section so that when you do get to a drop, it's like, damn! It already kind of is damn when you hit the drop, but if you reduce the volume and reduce the intensity leading up to the drop, it would be even more damn, you know, when it hits the drop. And we all want to go damn when it drops. So that's really my only thought. You know, get it more damn. Cool. Thanks for sending. That was dope. I enjoyed. All right, we got Terrified Tesseract's remix. A lot of remixes today. Starting right off that Reese.
Why
That was dope. I honestly don't know if I would change anything. That sounds pretty sick. You know, it made me want to cry, but like in a fucking cool way or something. I don't know. It was great. Anybody have any notes? Sounds good to me. I could probably try to be nitpicky about something, but honestly, it just sounds good and I would put it out and move on because it sounds dope. Yeah, Tesseracts ain't coming here for, they're not coming here for notes. Yeah, very good. I enjoy. Thank you. Swiss cheese. Wait, I thought Swiss cheese didn't submit. Did Swiss cheese submit? I thought Swiss cheese was complaining about not submitting this week. Anyway, whatever. Here we go. This looks like a fun ride. All right, you already know what I'm going to say. Why? Why is this so long? Like, I get that there's like this thing fading in, but it just kind of sounds like we're hearing the same thing over again. Give us a crash, give us a new shaker, a little hi-hat, give us something to separate, to let us know that we have progressed a little bit into the track, right? Okay, let's keep going. Why didn't we drop there? Also, okay, here's what you should do. Dryest chords, yes. So this is what I think you should do. Stack the layers, as they say. There's no need for this to just be a single detuned sawtooth, you know? You could have a few different synths playing a few different sounds on top of each other to give it a bit more depth. Okay, Canalinator. Raham is fucking with you. There are no commands. You go to the link. You go to the link that's at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so Swiss cheese. This section, it just doesn't need to exist. This can just go like this. You can build up and you can go here and nobody's going to be upset with you about it. Okay, so we do this. If you didn't want me to complain, then don't send it in. Your kick is too loud. You can tell by me bringing this down. Yeah, kick is too loud. Bring the kick down. I mean, you can kind of see here, like look at the size of the kick, and then we got. I really just think you need to bring the kick down, like maybe, I don't know, say 3.8 dB. How about 3.8? The same amount of liters that is in a Hyundai Genesis coupe without a turbo, bring it down that same amount of dB. Hey, Swiss Cheese has a good sounding piano. This is a big moment. And yes, I'm aware that it slaps. Honestly, this is pretty good. I think that you're going in a good direction. Turn your next assignment, your next homework is to turn the kick drum down. I don't know why I can't say that. But mostly experiment with layering sounds. If you have a sawtooth chord thing, layer some other sounds with it. Create more dimension than just like, oh, that is a sawtooth, you know? That's my main thought. But overall, sounded pretty good. You're definitely going in the right direction. Cool, let's move on. We got Nakai. Mirror featuring Nomeli.
I look at you and what do I see? A reflection starting big, but it's not me. A counterfeit version, a fake disguise. A mess to hide the pain that is buried inside. We all just puppets on the string. Live in a world that's so demanding. Mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here for a sec. I do really like this. I think the vocals need some de-essing. Her S's are quite whistly. And just, actually, no, it's just her vocals. It almost sounds like there's like a boost. Right around that frequency. And it's like ringy. It's ringy up in that top, like somewhere between maybe 7 and 10,000 hertz.
We all just puppets on the string.
the sides, that's why.
We all just puppets on the string. Living
I also feel like the kick drum is maybe a bit like girthy for what's going on with the rest of the track right now. Like the kick is like boom, boom. But the rest of the track's just kind of like vibing emotionally. And the kick drum's ready to fucking rock, you know?
living in a world that's so diminished. Mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall.
I really like this part. I really like where this is going.
Mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall. Why do we pretend to stand tall? Mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall. Why do we make the just
Okay, so in here, sorry, in here, I just kind of feel like the guitars just kind of sound like shh. They're quite harsh in the high mids, and then the piano is just kind of like underneath all. There's like this big wall of white noise, and then you've got just kind of the piano chilling underneath of it, and I don't know if that's really the right move. It gets a bit dissonant, so there might be some like spicy notes between the guitar and the keys. This has a lot of potential, but it just sounds like it's just a wall of noise almost during these things. Some of those elements could use some soothe, maybe, but I think you should try to fix it at the source. I would strip it back, and first of all, that kick drum is really long and rumbly, and I don't think that's helping at all, because now that's just adding to this like big amount of noise that's happening, right? But the biggest thing is just that I can't tell what the guitars are playing. They just kind of sound like distortion. Okay, let's keep going.
Why do we fade it? I hear a voice inside to cry for help, but who will listen when I can't even help myself? The pressure's building up, it's hard to breathe. I need a way out, a chance to break free. So what you did, and what you did, I still can feel, I still can be near. Give me a chance to get up from the vicious circle.
That was cool. But I think this is exactly your issue. See this kick? It's too like doom, doom.
I hear a voice inside to cry for help.
I feel like it's almost like a techno kick or something. It just doesn't fit the track, in my opinion. So, biggest notes from me are the drop is very like white noise, dissonant. I can't really tell what chords are being played. There's just kind of some question marks there. And the kick drum is just too long. It's just too deep and long. And I know it's crazy, but that does exist. Yes, we've done the Tesseracts, and I had absolutely zero notes. I think the vocals also are getting buried. Like the vocals should always be Rayham, stop fucking with people. Stop. Hey, Evil Mita, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Ignore Rayham, even though he is a mod. He's fucking with you. We don't have workable commands. What you have to do is follow this link right here. Right there. Go to the Discord server. Now, unfortunately, we're all filled up for today because I can't spend like 6 hours at a time. I usually cut it off around 2.5. But if you want to submit for next week, we'll definitely listen, and I would be happy to give you notes. Fuck Rayham. All right. With that being said, yeah, I will check to drop full, please. Okay. Yeah, that was really nice. Like a lot of the elements in this are working really well, but there's just the white noise, the harsh high mids of that. I'm assuming the distorted guitars or something. Maybe it's a guitar tone thing. Maybe it's not a mix thing as it is as much as oh, that sentence was fun. The guitar tone. Maybe like maybe use the bridge. No, not that one in the middle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my notes still stand. It's just, it's a wall of noise, and we need to reduce that so we can hear more tone, more chordal sounds, more harmonics, and less shh. And then I think you'll be winning. And make sure the vocals always cut through. Those are great vocals. They should always be the focus. Cool, let's move on. We got Lee1, Acid F. That was really cool and unique. I don't know that I've ever heard an acid Buddha song before, so that was fucking cool. In terms of mix, pretty good. I think maybe there were some maybe the string sounds. I love the choir. That almost sounds like a child's choir, children choir. But there's some. I feel like a lot of the energy in the song was down in the low mids to the mid mids. There wasn't a lot of brightness to it. Now that's not to say that this track has to be super bright and edgy and all that. You know, like it is what it is. But there were some elements. I think mostly just the strings. Yeah, they kind of sound like sound font strings, which I kind of dig, but at the same time, they're super mono, they're kind of dull, so maybe like try to brighten them up or try to like add a little bit more brightness to the track. I think the track could use a bit more brightness. Otherwise, this is like a cool, trippy kind of acid song. It's really cool. I really felt at peace with myself and all of the errors I've made throughout my life. So thank you for that. Okay. I don't really have any other notes because this is a very unique piece, and I think that's cool. I'm glad that you sent it. Thank you. All right. Kadia, what's up? We haven't heard from you in a while. Human history demo. Human history. Interesting. I never was very good at history class. I can't memorize things for the life of me. That has nothing to do with your song. Let's listen. Okay, this is really cool. This is super fun. The vocals are super buried. I don't know if that's a vocalist mixing their own vocalist thing, but they're very quiet, should be much louder. The sub bass thing, I was a little concerned about the octave that you're playing it in, but when it went low, it was so cool. But still, maybe put that down an octave. Like you could every once in a while bum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 dum. But I think the majority of the sub bass should be in the lower octave than where it is, because it kind of feels like it's holding in a sneeze or something. But I really like the vocals, and the treatment on it's cool too. Yeah, I think the sub bass is probably a bit loud too, especially like you can see each individual note here very clearly. But it might be I would still probably turn it down a bit, but I think one of the reasons why the sub bass sounds so much louder than everything else is because of the octave that it's in. It's in this higher octave, and it would just sit better if it was down. Like, do I still have my 3 oscillator thing? Hold on. See what notes you're playing. Yeah, like that. If it was in that octave, I think it would sit in the mix better. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I feel like there's some timing issues here. Right there, it feels like it's off by like a 30-second note or something. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it sounds like a mistake. Yeah, like vocals way up, bass way down. The party's all around. What song is that reminds me of something? This is really cool though. I'm glad you sent this in. I really want those vocals to be louder. I really want that bass to go down an octave and be quieter. Those are my two main concerns right now. Actually, why don't you stem this out and send it to me and see what I can do? That's my offering for this one. Stem it out, send it to me. I'll give it a mixed job and we'll listen to it next stream. How about that? Because I really like this song, but I think it needs to slam your body down and wind it all around. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I think so. Anyway, do that. Stem it out if you want. You don't have to, obviously, but if you want, stem it out, send it to me, and let me have a go at mixing it. And then we can compare and contrast, and maybe I do an absolute shit job and you hate it. But hey, it's worth a try. Very cool. Thank you for sending. I look forward to getting those stems. All right, we're getting down. This is actually the last one. All right, 2 hours. Not too bad. K. Meyer, Sense.
Sometimes
Okay, so very cool, very Donkey Kong under the water level. I love it. Now, the kick drum is too long. Wow, look at my face where the camera decided to freeze. Hold on. Okay. And we're back. So the kick drum is like super long, and that's causing some rumbles, however you say rumbles, in the bottom end. If we just solo this. Right here. So the kick drum is tuned. Raham, I swear to God. I am Flave. That sounds like a flavor of coffee. I like it. Hop on the Discord. This right here. Don't listen to Raham. He's a fucking dick. Okay, anyway, back to this track. So your kick drum is in tune with the first set of notes, right? Sounds good. Da, 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 da. And then... Why is my camera... Fuck's sakes. Hello, camera. Why do you do this? There we go. So, right? It's ringing nice with that first note. But as soon as you move it to the next bass note, hear that? It's not in tune with the bass note anymore. And because it's such a long ringing kick drum, the tail of the kick drum is interacting with the bass. And they're not playing the same note. So now we get some beat frequency detuned shit. So, moral of the story is use a shorter kick because you're not really achieving anything with a big long kick here anyway. You have lots of bass to fill it in. Also, the snare just kind of sounds like a ch. That kick drum thing is really noticeable. Like it's rumbly. Oh my fuck, I just bought this goddamn camera. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? Sorry everybody. I'll have to have a word with that camera after, if you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. Anyway, okay, kick drum, shorter kick drum. Moving on. Yes, okay, so I truly believe that a shorter kick and a better snare, and this song is fucking a trillion times better. I'll listen here again. 100%. A lot of great stuff happening, but shorten up your snare, shorten up your kick, choose a better snare, and step 3, profit immensely. All right, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for joining me, as always. It's a blast. I love hanging out with you guys. And for any of you that are here that are just joining us, please hop onto the Discord channel. I look forward to hearing your stuff next week. I hope you have a good weekend. I love you very much. Stop Rayhem. Somebody stop Rayhem. All right. I love you. Happy Easter if you do that sort of thing. And if not, then happy normal weekend, I guess. And yes, Kaidia, please send me the stems. Okay, love you.